Welcome to Frontiers of Business Streaming, sponsored by TalkPoint. I'm your host, Steve Vonderhaar. Frontiers of Business Streaming is a video series of the Wayne House Research blog studying how innovations in online video are impacting the evolution of day-to-day business communications. In today's episode of Frontiers, we're taking a look at the perceived effectiveness of online video in the enterprise. And judging by results from our survey, more than 1,800 corporate executives conducted in the fourth quarter of 2016, online video can be thought of as being pretty darn effective. We asked the question, how effective is streaming video in helping communicate work-related information? And 9 out of 10 respondents saying that they view online video as an effective tool for communications. As a matter of fact, 44% of overall respondents saying it's a very effective tool for work-related communications. And indeed, seeing is believing when it comes to implementing online video and using it day to day. Those who use the technology most frequently, view the most online business video content, are most likely to have a strong belief in its effectiveness as a communications tool. Here in this slide, we see at the far right, 68% of those who watch business online video on a daily basis describe the technology as a very effective tool for work communications, as opposed to those who have little exposure, little experience with the technology. Only 17% of those who never use online video say they view it as an effective tool for work communications. So what you have here is that as individuals use the technology more frequently, they're more likely to have a positive opinion of its effectiveness as a business communications tool. But exactly what factors influence that measure of effectiveness? Well, the top 3 factors we see on this chart, where we asked which factors were very important in gauging the effectiveness of enterprise communications technologies. Top on the list, cutting travel costs, cited by 60% of respondents as very important. Improves productivity, weighs in at 58%. And at 54%, improves employee engagement and collaboration. So we see here at the top of the chart a blend of both financial considerations and the intangible benefits that come with the implementation of online video capabilities. So, and when we looked at the survey results, so we analyzed the survey data by a wide range of survey groups, demographic characteristics, and it came back remarkably consistent that the top 3, sometimes you'd see a jumble in the order, but it was always cut travel costs, improve productivity, improve employee engagement. So obviously all organizations are going to put a pencil to their evaluation, having that notion of making sure that an investment in streaming does pay for itself is a viable way to return ROI for an organization. But when we look beyond the financial considerations, that intangible benefit of improving engagement becomes an important consideration as well. And it is worthy of note that this issue of engagement is particularly important or particularly telling among organizations that are trying to communicate with younger staff. So we asked another question, agree or disagree, live online video makes online presentations more engaging. In this chart, we segment the responses to that question by the respondent's age, and we see that younger respondents tend to view online video with more positive regard in terms of the engagement it creates. 55% of survey respondents, 33 years old or younger, say they strongly agree that live video makes online presentations more engaging. In contrast, those 50 years old or older at the far right of this chart, only 42% strongly agree with that notion that live online video makes presentations more engaging. So when you're trying to gauge the effectiveness of online video as it's deployed within the enterprise, recognize that there are multiple variables to be considered. You have to move beyond the dollars and cents. Look at also the intangible benefits related to measuring the effectiveness of online video, and recognize that depending upon the audience that you're trying to reach, particularly if you're trying to engage a younger set of workers within your team, the implementation of online video can play a key role in creating a more effective communications venue for your organization. That's all the time we have for this edition of Frontiers of Business Streaming. Our thanks goes out to our sponsor, TalkPoint, and we invite you to join us again for a future edition of Frontiers of Business Streaming. I'm Steve Vonderhaar. Thanks for your time.